developments coming in from China. We're now learning that Chinese President Xi Jinping has in fact criticized the bullying behavior in global affairs. This is the exact words that he's used as he met Eurasian leaders as well at the Shanghai Cooperation Summit. The SCO, which includes China, India, Russia, Pakistan, Iran, Central Asian states and Belarus, is now positioned as a non-Western model of collaboration. Xi Jinping has in fact warned that the international situation is becoming increasingly chaotic, intertwined, and has urged member states to strengthen unity and cooperation. He'd made these remarks earlier as he met these Eurasian leaders. We do have the soundbite if we can hear what he has said once before I hop across to Professor Rice once again.
For Xi Jinping to use the word bullying.
当前，国际形势变乱交织，成员国面临的安全和发展任务更加繁重。四是坚持公平正义，弘扬正确二战史观，反对冷战思维，阵营对抗和霸凌行径。我们率先建立边境地区军事领域信任机制，把绵延万里的边界打造成友好、互信、合作的纽带。
All right, we've heard what Xi Jinping has had to say. He's called out, as he claims, bullying behavior by certain states across the world, and this comes as now the SCO members have backed his claims. The member states are now opposing unilateral coercive measures, including those of an economic nature that contravene the UN Charter and other norms of international law, the rules and principles of the World Trade Organization, and damaging the interests of international security, including food and energy components. They've stated that this negatively affects the global economy. Professor Rice, this seems to be, while Donald Trump has not been named, this seems to be a direct jab at him.
By the way, could I just add, you were talking about Trump's possible visit to India later this year, and the likelihood that Trump won't attend. Again, this is just slightly off point, but there's been quite a lot of discussion recently about Trump's health and the state of Trump's health. And so I think that this well may be a factor of Trump's health, as opposed to the United States snubbing India in any way. Getting back to your point, I fully agree that the World Trade Organization should be the place where international trade should be adjudicated and dealt with. And Trump's tariffs are absurd, they're counterproductive, and I believe they're unconstitutional. And there'll be a case that will be decided next month before the Supreme Court as to whether Trump's tariffs are, in fact, unconstitutional and illegal. So I agree with that, but I'd just like to return to China as the bully, because China has constantly ignored the rulings of the WTO, and because of its size and its power in terms of world trade, has fobbed off the influence of the WTO. So while I totally agree that Trump's tariffs are wrong, I would say that China is the wrong person to be condemning anyone at all.
Point, we have in fact seen countries suffering at the hands of, as experts claim, debt trap diplomacy on Beijing's ends. This is particularly related to countries who are part of the BRI. We've seen the Hambantota port in Sri Lanka having been taken over, and Nepal also now having to pay high interest rates on loans that it had taken from China. Not much headway having been made in the CPEC project as well. With that, I'd like to thank you, Professor Rice. I'd also like to thank Major General Rajan Kochar for taking our time sitting with us on NewsX World as we track these developments from Shenzhen. We will continue to showcase more news and updates from across the world. Stay tuned for more NewsX.